Hello and welcome back to Modular Bricks. You've probably seen by the title we've decided to completely rebuild the modular street project. I wanted to add a lot more detail into it and I wasn't really happy with the exact layout. We still have the same space constraints, but we are going to try and add a lot more detail in again, but not too much that it looks really over condensed. I'm actually filming the beginning of this video where I've just finished this update, but here you can see that I've added a corner garage up to my upper shelf of modulars. If you didn't know, I don't just have the modulars that were below in the street, I do have all these other ones. I'm not really missing too many from having the complete set. I still need Cafe Corner, Greengrocer, Market Street I think I'm going to miss out on because it's probably one of the modules I don't really like, and then the same with the bookshop. And the other one I need to get is the Jazz Club still, which I'm going to try and get soon. But before we start the video, it's just to let you know that I've got all these other modulars as well. But let's get right on into the first rebuild update for the modular street. So after moving things about and finally getting a range of what buildings I want where, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So we've shuffled the buildings a lot, and then as well I'm putting the Palace Cinema here instead of the corner garage which is up there. I do love the corner garage, but I just think it clashes a little bit much with the colours I have of the buildings down here, and the Palace Cinema was quite cramped up in the shelf and I couldn't have the little bit on the top built on top due to like the height of the shelves up here, which I can't change. So I think the Palace Cinema fits really well here. I'm a little bit of a mess at the moment that I'm trying to tile all this again, but you can see what I'm doing here with like a small one-way street. Now my city or street is very inspired by Edinburgh. As you can't tell, I'm from Scotland and Edinburgh is quite close to where I live. I love the city of Edinburgh. I love like all the kind of old style roads and the trams built into the road, so you can really see where I've went with the tram track that I built in the previous update or the previous version of the street. So this time round we're going to do like a one-way street here, but also with the tram line built into it, which in Edinburgh you can drive about on tram tracks. You just have to obviously watch that there's not a tram coming that will hit you off the road. But yeah, I think this really makes it a lot different from other people's cities, because you don't really tend to see other people build the tram tracks into the road, and especially a snot road. It is quite a big challenge, but I do like to have a challenge when building Lego. I don't like to do something that everyone else is doing. I like to kind of stand out a wee bit and do something different. But let's continue with finishing tiling this. I might have to order a few more 1x4 modified bricks to attach the snot road along here in front of the diner. I'm not rushing this rebuild. I'm going to take my time with it because we obviously want to add a lot to it and add more detail into even more than what was in the last version of the street. But let's get back into the time lapse and we will start tiling this side. So we've now managed to tile all of this little row of street here. I've moved the tree along here because I think it's going to look quite nice having one at each side as a kind of welcoming view to the tram track in this little street here. I kept these where they are because these line up quite nice. I wanted one on the end and then one just about, not too close to the brick banks. I don't want to really cover the little tables and chairs here, assembly square, and I didn't want it right in the doorway here, so it's going to be a nice wee spot for this tree here. As you can see, we've got the manholes, or I can't remember what else you would call these. I need to fix underneath this so it's a bit level. But you can see that I've done the road in modular sections. I've not really talked about that. I decided to do this because each road plate is sort of individual, so we have a variation here with the crossing, which I think I'm going to move down to here and then do another crossing here because it would make sense. We've then got the variation with like the manholes in the ground. I have 2 of them, and then we've just got the normal one where it's just the road by itself. You probably can notice I've got these little masonry bricks but the other way round. The reason for that is I'm waiting to get normal 1x2 light bluish grey bricks because I ran out, and these little 1x1 spaces are hollow because I've got little 1x1 Technic pieces coming where you can put pins in, so I'm going to use them to attach to the road and like pull this gap a little bit closer together. But it basically makes the road system a lot more modular, so if I ever wanted to switch out a section with a manhole instead of like a normal one, or with a crosswalk, I'm able to do that, and it's relatively easy. I am still needing to do obviously this little path what we're going to do at this side here. The main focus just now is getting everything in place. I'm going to need to get some more 16x32 base plates to go under here as well. I used the only 2 that I've got up here for now just so that the diner's in place, but so far I'm really happy with this. Let's get the Palace Cinema in and let's finish tiling this little bit here, and that is going to wrap it up for this update. So that's the Palace Cinema now in, and I'm really happy with the choice that I put on this corner. I know sometimes the Parisian restaurant is a little bit funny given this little gap that it's got for the staircase, but I think the Palace Cinema works well, and the walls of this building are really clean so it doesn't look too bad. That's another reason why I didn't want to do the corner garage, because the walls kind of expose and show that mechanism with the door, and even if I used the other side it looks all very mismatched. But I'm really happy that I chose the Palace Cinema to go here. I can always swap it out with like the Grand Emporium, as you've seen earlier in the video when I was trying all the different corner buildings I've got. But I'm really happy with this little row, and it's like a little entertainment row with both of the restaurants that we've got. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. And then this is more of like the residential and smaller business side, which we've got the brick bank there with the laundrette, and then we've got the assembly square and the townhouse on the end there. But I'm really happy with this new version of the street, or the city, whatever you want to call it. I think it's more of a city now than what it was before, but in the next update we're going to get this tram track in here, and then we'll hopefully have the parts to do the Technic pins in the road. But I'm really happy with this so far. But we're going to try and make the sidewalks here a little bit narrower, just given the space that I've got on the table. They won't be 6 wide, I think it will be 4 wide, I think. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to this next part of the city. And then as well we need to start building the road plate that will go here. But I'm really happy so far. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think the rebuild is worth it? Do you think this layout's a lot better? I know it's really simple still given the space limitations that I've got, but I think this really does cram in a lot of detail once the tram track's in, given the amount of space that we've got. But yeah, I'm really happy to have the Palace Cinema in this as well, because it's one of my favourite modular buildings. But yeah, I'm so happy with this, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you would add to this, and if you're not subscribed, it would be great if you could. Thanks, guys.